My name is Max Grundy. My buddy John Wells and I have been involved in the hot rod and custom scene for years. I do custom automotive art for Disney and SEMA. John puts together these crazy events that have motorcyclists, hot rod builders, flamethrowers, band guys.
Around the time we started doing these shows, our second child was born with some major heart problems. It was a lot to take on, but we've had a lot of support from the hot rod community, and we're there to try to give back to them.
John and his wife Kim started a charitable foundation to help pay it forward for a family in need. Each week, John and I are going to rally a different car or bike club to do something special for a family in need.
Because this isn't about love, all right?
And when it's all said and done, we get to do this.
Come up with $2,000 for you guys, but it's $2,000 more to go to these bills for Little Brady.
We're a different kind of family, a motor family.
Does the coil pack look burned? The other side looks burned.
That's the thing, we can't cut the floor, we'll see through the floor. It's not running right.
All right, Max. Of course, he's not going to pick up probably. And it goes to voicemail, of course. All right. I got to fly out from Iowa to Los Angeles, and I'm at the mercy of Max getting me into the show. And now I'm here, and he's not here, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do because I don't have the credentials to get in.
Hey, man.
Max, hey, I'm pulling in right now, man.
Okay?
Like, I'm pulling up to the gate right now.
We are hurrying as fast as we possibly can. We're about to leave here soon.
All right, bye.
Bye. It's always frustrating working with these cars because, you know, we're all sort of working together to try to solve the problems and get, you know, fresh eyes on the problem. But a lot of times you get something working right and then it stops working right, so you got to adjust it. John.
All right, Max, answer. So I'm at the Fairplex, and I'm waiting for Max to show up. They're gonna shut the gates in, I think like in 10 minutes they're gonna shut the gates. So he better be on the road, otherwise we're SOL for the night, and I don't know what we're gonna do because he's got his truck, all his stuff, I've got all my stuff. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Well, as usual, running behind, a million things to do, no time to do it in. I just gotta make sure that this thing runs right, everything is kosher to hit the road with, so we're hurrying.
Pick up, Max.
Hey man, I'm on my way. I'm stuck in traffic. I'm ready to start if I can.
Are you really stuck in shit? You're probably still at the shop.
We are on the highway right now. Yep. Okay, we're done finally, ready to roll. It's cutting a bit close, but hopefully there'll be somebody at the gate to let us in. So here we go.
I don't know what happens if we get locked out. I mean, we're in freaking Pomona. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, his whole concept for his booth and possibly his SEMA build will be on the line, man, because these guys, they expect to see that stuff at his booth. I don't know what he's thinking. All he has to do is get here on time. Finally, the diva shows up.
I'm sorry, man.
Dude, it's not cool.
I'm sorry, dude. I hurried as fast as I could.
You understand that you have all the shit.
I know, man.
How am I supposed to get it?
There's a million things to be done.
They
We
came
had to
here
get everything together.
10
We had to
minutes
pack
ago.
everything. We had to get the car finished.
The dude
Well-
said he gave you 5 minutes.
We'll work something out.
Oh, okay, we'll just work something out. What the
Did you bring the bolt cutters?
No, I didn't bring... Dude, I'm not in the mood for your
Well, I'm
shenanigans.
sorry, dude. I got here as quick as I could get here.
It's not cool.
Well, let's figure something else out. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Do you know anybody around here?
We didn't get here on time. We're locked out. We got to make up another plan.
Do you know anybody in Pomona? I mean, what's the closest? You don't want to drive all the way back home to store
Well,
your
everybody that I
freaking
know in
truck.
Pomona is in the Grand National Roadster Show right now.
That's not helpful, man. It's not funny.
John is like an angry redheaded stepchild, and he calls me 1,000 times, which only makes things go slower. And yeah, I pretty much love the guy, but want to choke him out sometimes.
And you know what it comes down to? It comes down to respect.
That's not true.
That's what I'm equating it to. We have to store this thing overnight, and we can't just leave it out in the parking lot. I mean, this is a really expensive truck, and I would hate for anything to happen to it. Although I guess in the past, Max has had to sleep in the parking lots overnight because the same thing has happened before. Who knew? Here, I'm emailing this guy because I think he is in Pomona that I met at the auction. So let me see if he's around, and then I'll call him. Brian, hey, John Wells. All right, I'll see you in a minute. All right, bye. And fate shines its happy face on the Grundy again. He runs a school over here, and it's actually on the Fairplex. How convenient is that?
Okay.
So he says he will have a spot to put your truck overnight. So
Sweet.
that I don't know how you live such a charmed life.
It's 'cause you're my pal.
I don't even get it.
'Cause
All right,
you and
follow
me.
me.
We're like PB and
Follow
J.
me.
You and me, we're like Bonnie and Clyde.
Whatever.
You and me, we're like day and night. We're like sunshine and rain. So we're headed right now over to the Alex Exitius School for Automotive Arts. We were able to get the hookup through John's connection to be able to park our trucks and our stuff overnight. We'll know everything's secure here and safe, and luckily John had this connection, so it's all working out. This is it?
Brian, what's up? Hey, man. So have you ever
Hey, right. How are you, man?
How are you?
Thanks for having us, man.
I knew Brian from the auction house that I worked at. Luckily, Brian is going to help us out and store this thing overnight.
Thank you for saving us, man.
That's
Appreciate
totally
it.
cool.
Can we take a tour of the place?
Of course, come on in.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
My name is Brian Suggs, and I'm one of the instructors here at the Alex Exitius Center for Automotive Arts. We teach high school age students how to be automotive technicians. And the first thing we always want to do when we go to check this is we bring them in through a 2-year program. We have 4 different classes that we give them. At the end of each one of the classes that they take here, they have an opportunity to take an ASE exam, and they can be certified and actually specialized in a few different areas. Without a school like ours, a lot of these students would be somewhere they shouldn't be. Through our program here, they find out that they can actually fix cars. They actually have skills.
I'm Eric Navarro, and I'm part of the AXC class. When I got here, I didn't really know how to do anything. And now I know how to work on an engine. I know how to do head gaskets, water pump, change pistons. Brian's a really good teacher. He shows hands-on. Like if you need help with something, he helps you out, and he's there. And he's like a father to us.
And you can see we have to pump the system, pump the pump until you see somewhere around 13 pounds of pressure on it.
My ASC certification patch. Well, I passed the test of the light repair, so it was pretty cool. My goal is to finish the class and try to get a job at a Mercedes-Benz dealership.
Normally, what we do is we help out a family in need. We rally a car or bike club to help us out, and we always specifically find somebody that actually needs help. This time, because of my contact with J.C. Whitney and my contact with Brian at the AXC, we just decided to help get a spotlight on the school itself. And it's just ironic that J.C. Whitney is going to be presenting the check to this school this weekend. So that's kind of cool. It's, I guess, fate is coming together somehow.
Thank you so much, Brian. Really appreciate it, man.
Not a problem. Thank you again. Appreciate
You're a lifesaver, man. Thank you so much.
You came through. We're at the Grand National Roadster Show in Pomona, California. This is the biggest hot rod show in Los Angeles, and everybody from California and all across the world show up to this show, and specifically to the Sway Palace, because this is the place to be. This is a destination in itself.
My name is Axel, and I'm the organizer of the Suede Palace here at the Grand National Roadster Show. I think the average person can relate to the cars that are inside this building. They're reminiscent of the hot rods and customs that one would have seen in a high school parking lot or cruising the streets of Hollywood back in the 1940s, 50s, or early 60s. Hot rodding started in the streets of Hollywood, California. So this is really the mecca of hot rodding. Every building inside the Pomona Fairplex during the Grand National Roadster Show has its own individual theme. There's one building that is nothing but Dry Lakes and Bonneville cars. There's the Building 4 that houses the Amber cars. That's America's most beautiful roadster. There's other buildings, lowrider buildings, truck buildings, custom buildings.
Grand Nats is a big deal. It's all the new stuff everybody's working on. You know, aside from SEMA, Grand National is really up there, high of importance. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Take a picture real quick?
Sure, man. Yeah, you bet.
I've known Max for 12 years, and every year around this time he gets a little stressed out because there's so much riding on this show. He sinks a ton of money into inventory. He sinks a ton of money and time into making sure everybody comes out and sees all his new product. And so for him, it's a do or die.
Sorry, I'm like trying to do a million things here. We get rolling deep into these shows, you know. We get a lot of money invested into them, a lot of time. So when we get here, you know, we got to make the connections, but we also got to just make money. It's a big financial requirement to do this show. All right, that puts you at, don't tell me, 55. Like with SEMA, Grand National Roadster Show is a very premier hot rod show, so anything that you're working on, that's where you show it. And that's where you make connections with people sponsoring your vehicles. And it's important to be part of the scene if you want to have those sponsorships, because without, you know, generous sponsors, we couldn't really afford to make cars. It's a huge financial burden, but with the parts and stuff being sponsored, we're able to do it. Well, the goal in the end is just that, you know, people see that we're part of the scene, that we're part of the art, and that we're also, you know, building these cars that are part of an extension of the art, to get people interested in our charity that we're doing with Helping Hannah's Heart, and also with the Torque Fest show, and just to make the scene better as a whole.
$10. So I'm here trying to get the word out about Vintage Torque Fest, our show in Iowa. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, love you, baby.
Good luck, sir.
All right, we'll see you. Brock Gilmore. Brock Gilmore, what is going on?
How you doing, man?
What are you up to, man?
Not much, just out here enjoying the weather.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you doing out here?
Oh, it's crazy. I come out every year for this, so.
Okay, I haven't been out here in 6 years, so
no.
it's been, you know, crazy for me, like seeing all these people I haven't seen in 10 years,
definitely.
you know?
Actually, I got something I want to talk to you about.
What's up?
Me and some of the other guys in the clubs decided we wanted to get together. We got a car we've kind of been working on personally, and we decided we'd like to give it to you to donate to Helping Hannah's Heart.
Okay, wait. You're saying run that by me again. You're saying you're gonna give a car?
Yeah, we got a 52 Ford we've been working on. The upholstery's getting done. It's in paint and body work and stuff, and running and driving, so we'd like to donate it to you to give away, raffle off, do whatever you want to do with it. So.
That is amazing.
Definitely.
Dude, thank you so much.
Not a problem, man, not a problem.
That is...
You've done so much for all the car community and stuff, so it's the least we can do for you. You know, and it goes to a good foundation, so.
So this is gonna be like full-on running,
Oh,
driving?
it's running, driving, yeah. It's gonna have paint, you know, new wheels, tires, stuff like that.
So cool,
yeah,
man.
So,
That is amazing.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Brock, thank you so much.
Not a problem, man. Thank you.
Wow. Brock Gilmore, I've known this guy for probably since I moved to Iowa 10 years ago, and he would always drive his stuff. And so that's what always stuck out in my mind, is that he was always driving these really cool hot rods to these shows. But this time at Vintage Torque Fest, we're gonna be able to give away a car at the show. So, you know, and all the funds that are gonna be at the raffle are going to be giving to a family. So this is gonna be such a huge blessing. So that's really cool that this car club, well, combination of car clubs are gonna be able to do that for us. I can't believe that this is gonna happen. It's pretty cool. We've got a silent auction going, and we're gonna auction off some of our promo pieces, and we're gonna auction off the new Max Grundy print. All the proceeds are gonna go to the Alex Exidius Center for Automotive Arts.
My name's Rob Molnar. I'm the chief car enthusiast at J.C. Whitney. Today we are presenting auction proceeds to AXC to help their program.
Here with TorqueFest, J.C. Whitney, and Max Grundy.
John and I met up at Mecum in Anaheim, and we had a chance to chat. We talked about J.C. Whitney, we talked about the Alex Exidius Center for Automotive Arts based here at Fairplex, and he talked about an opportunity for us to present our check to AXC, so here we are.
I just wanted to let you guys know that the Alex Exidius Center for Automotive Arts is here in Pomona, and it is giving a chance to these young kids.
AXC is an awesome program. It's a vocational school for kids in high school, and at the end of 2 years they get an opportunity to take the ASE test and come away with a diploma that makes them immediately employable.
So I want you guys to come up here real quick. J.C. Whitney is going to be giving a check presentation here to the school.
It's really awesome to be part of this, you guys. We got to remember that we were kids once too, and somebody inspired us, and it's really awesome to be part of such an awesome thing that these kids are going to be getting inspired and directed in the right direction. Thank you so much.
We couldn't be more pleased and honored to be associated with the Alex Exidius Center. We completely believe in what these kids are doing. We completely believe and support instructors like Rob over here. So we're very, very happy to present this check, this big check, to Alex Exidius. These are auction proceeds from a Jeep we sent to Mecum Auction in November. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the youth, all right? Let's hear it.
My name is Rob Zamboni. I teach at the Alex Exidius School for Automotive Arts. Today we were given a check for a vehicle that the students participated in. It was a late model Jeep that they added a bunch of aftermarket various parts to. Today the proceeds were donated to the school to help the students with their education. It's very important considering the program is a 501c program. The program exists through donations only. So anything as far as tools, parts, vehicles, money helps the students grow in their education and prepares them for the automotive world.
This weekend. That'll get you to the car show, see all the bands inside.
John Wells, he's been great orchestrating this and working with Max and J.C. Whitney to pull all of this together. We're going to put the money to good use. Thank you.
Thank you, J.C. Whitney, and thank you for helping Hannah's heart.
Hi, it's Max Grundy again. Just wanted to show you quick my concept art for the 1950 Chevrolet COE mustard truck Chingus. Been building cars and working on cars my whole life, but as of late we've wanted to kind of take the look and feel of the artwork and extend that into actual car builds. When I designed the Beast, I just wanted to have some elements I hadn't done before, like some pine trees and some birds, and put that in a more woodsy setting with the mountains and that kind of thing. So let's go over right now, I'll show you guys the real truck, and you can kind of see if we got close from rendering to actual object. Well, here we are with the actual truck, my 1950 Chevrolet cab-over truck, and we think that we got it pretty close to the rendering. One of the things that I really had in mind when building this truck was I had always wanted to do a truck kind of a Dijon mustard, like a brown mustard color, and I almost knew what color I wanted to do my next car before I knew what the next car was going to be. When designing a car, I generally typically have a good vision in my mind of what I want to do. So what we did here is, we chopped the top, we brought it down. One thing that you notice about the COEs is it has these real, they call it a snub nose truck. And that's really because we don't need any room for a motor in the hood. There's actually not really anything under the hood other than the radiator. So the motor is underneath the truck, hence the name cab over engine, COE. When designing the truck, I kind of had a feeling that the truck would look like a fist, Once we chopped it and brought it down, it would have this sort of real compact, aggressive look. I didn't want the truck to be too blocky, however, in that I wanted it to have streamline and flow, and if you come down and look towards the back, we have these wood panels on here, and the way that I had designed these was that I wanted them to sort of flow and drop off like kind of a Art Deco kind of feel, and I think that line with the boards is a really great way to give the whole piece movement. I describe this to my wife that building a car is like a great love affair. It's like something you sort of fall in love with, the little quirky elements, the little flaws about something, and that's how I think about car design. But you cannot compare a Whataburger burger to In-N-Out. You cannot compare it. It's just...
I think In-N-Out is overrated.
Well,
personally. Their fries are good.
That's because they'll eat anything in Iowa.
Now, did you see Jimmy's truck?
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Jimmy's truck. Okay, so for me, if I'm taking one car out of here,
That's it.
This is it right here.
It's hard to imagine a truck with better proportions than this. I mean, he's just nailed it in every single way.
So
the metal is like velvet.
Absolutely.
And look at the cool louvers on the side. He's just got it going on.
No, this dude is super talented.
It's all very harmonious design, you know. You can tell the guy's got a tasteful eye for design.
What would you do to the drip rail?
Always keep the drip rail. Only thing
functional, or you?
Yeah, it's functional, but it's also design. It carries the line. You know, I think that for me, taking off a drip rail, you lose the line.
Really?
With a lot of design. This is the kind of stuff that the Suede Palace is about. What Axel Lizzardi has been putting together for all these years. He has a tasteful, you know, put together finished cars with in-progress stuff.
All right, so I'm not sure if you heard, but
I have not heard.
Okay, so this year at Torque Fest,
okay,
these 3 car clubs are getting together.
Okay.
And they're going to give away a car.
That's cool. So they're going to donate a whole car?
Yeah, they're working on it right now.
A full-size car?
Not a model.
A real man car?
One that you could even fit in.
Oh!
Ouch!
I see, so it won't be a hot rod.
It'll be a custom.
It'll be a custom.
Yeah. They're doing all the work on it, man.
And then
it's
are we
be
going to
running,
auction it
driving,
off?
titled. Yeah, we're auctioning it off. Well, I think we're going to raffle it off. So,
what?
Yeah.
All right.
So all proceeds are going to the
Can
foundation.
I win? Can I enter?
Yes. Why not?
I can win.
But you have
buying
to be
a
present.
ticket.
You have to be present to win.
What show is it for?
Because
Torque Fest, I'm there. I'm there every year. I've been to every Torque Fest.
You're like, I'm tired. It's the end of the day. I gotta go home and eat. I gotta go home and sleep. Boo-hoo-hoo. And I'm always on time too. I'm always here early.
Right.
Because when you're 5 minutes early, you're late.
Well.